Hello, Internet. Welcome to another movie review. Today, I just got back from seeing The Odyssey by Mr. Chrissy Nolan. As you know, there's been a little controversy with this movie. Yeah, no Jews. I don't know if that's true, but I think there. I'm pretty sure somebody back there was Jewish. But no. I'll talk about more of that later. But initial initial thoughts, it was very good. I saw it in IMAX. That Cyclops Polyphemus is a loud motherfucker. Hi, yeah, here's Polyphemus right here. That was I have never been in a theater where something was that loud. That was kind of absurd, and I'm very curious to see how that sounds playing on home videos. But yeah, other than that, I really liked it. I think it was a different adaptation than I think what people were expecting. Here, let me get this done so I don't have such glare in my glasses here. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that works. But yeah, yeah, it is a very, very different, more historical than I think people were expecting. I know, yeah, because the Greek mythology stuff is very downplayed. It's there, like it's like the gods are obviously there watching, but they aren't present. If they don't show up and talk to them, it's more so like, hey, you fucked up, Matt Damon. You fucked up. We're gonna kill you, Matt Damon. Well, they don't want him dead. They just want him to. So yeah, no, it's more about the Bronze Age collapse than I was expecting, especially since one of the issues people had with it was that a lot of the armor and set design wasn't very historical. But I get what they were going for. They were trying to do a more like low fantasy historical version of it, I guess. Like, because like there's two versions of the Odyssey, especially like after people found out it was based on a real thing. You got the more Greek mythology version, which was kind of the main version of the story that's been passed around the last several thousand years until I think Schliemann blew up most of the former side of Troy with dynamite and found the city. Because that man, oh, just watch a video about Schliemann. He's a fascinating guy. But yeah, it talks a lot about the sea people and the Bronze Age collapse happening around them, and insinuates that I guess, yeah, the big thing, Odysseus is responsible for the Bronze Age collapse because he essentially committed a war crime so massive with the Trojan horse that he damned the entire civilized world, and this is his recompense. It's an interesting thing, and I know there's some of that in the. It's been a very long time. I think it was in high school when I read the Iliad and the Odyssey, so it's been a very long time since I actually read it. So a lot of it is kind of iffy in my head. So sorry if I get anything wrong, but yeah, very much so. But I did like it. I think it was a good idea. Very much so. You could see this as the spiritual sequel to Oppenheimer. Uh, like it's just ancient Oppenheimer was probably my main critique with it. It was that it's very much the same. Odysseus basically goes through the same thing that Oppenheimer goes through, but he has to fight a Cyclops and watch all his friends get fucking gunned down. But yeah, no, it was a fun ride. I liked it. I liked the focusing more on the suitors and Telemachus, kind of back home in Ithaca, because I thought it because I feel like that's a good point in more so having him become king. Or yeah, I mean it's gonna be it's the fucking Odyssey. You know what happens in the Odyssey, but maybe it's a little different. But yeah, it's very much more focused on Telemachus. That's like the half the movie is Tom Holland stuff, and I think that's very interesting. And then Robert Pattinson is a great evil motherfucker. Yeah, I'll talk about some of the performances. I thought Matt Damon was real good. He was doing the Matt Damon. Anne Hathaway was great. She was Jesus Christ. There's the yeah. She gets some good emotional beats. Robert Pattinson, as I said, good. Who else? Oh, I liked Lupita Nyong'o as Helen and her twin. She was not in the movie a lot, but I feel like she did her job well. And Jonathan Bernthal, I think he just plays the same character and everything. I feel like if maybe they had somebody else for Menelaus, maybe, but I think the John Bernthal type playing Menelaus kind of worked. Agamemnon literally just ore farmed the entire that's his whole fucking ore farmed and died. Like, yeah, that's just what he does. Who else was good? Tom Holland was good. Yeah, no, I liked it. It was a good movie. I'm trying to think of anything else to talk about right now. Oh, there's a speedy creature back here. I think what they did with Cersei, where they kind of did some of the more sympathy for Cersei, because I know there's that one interpretation for her. I think that worked more about, you know, soldiers coming up on a lone woman's cabin. Yeah, that kind of more makes sense for her. And yeah, I think that was all very good. They did not do much with Calypso. Like, she's in it, like she's kind of like telling like I wish they did a little bit more with her, especially her and Odysseus meeting, but it's like, yeah, it's not much. I think that's probably the weakest part is her stuff, but she's good. It's just she's played fine. It's just I just don't think it's not the strongest part of the movie. Um, Honestly, the Cyclops part is the best. That is, I will just say this: I have a fucking vivid memory of being like 5 years old at a daycare. We had to go to nap time, and they decided to play the Odyssey while we tried to go to bed, and it was them in Polyphemus's cave. And holy shit, dude! I couldn't go to sleep because I was just hearing about the Cyclops slamming people's heads into the wall and eating them, and it just freaked me the fuck out. Yeah, so that just kind of brought back. That's probably also why that part freaked me out. But hang on, I got a cat screaming at me. But yeah, no, all good, all good. Charybdis and Scylla. Scylla was fucking weird. Like, that was not how I just like. Yeah, Scylla did not look like what I expected Scylla to look like. It was like a weird, like, it looked like the smog monster from Lost, I guess is my best interpretation. I don't know. It was weird. Came out. The siren part was really good. With the music that plays. Yeah, just overall a good movie. It's not the be all end all adaptation of the Odyssey that I think people thought it was going to be, but it's an adaptation and it has merit existing. That's kind of my thing, and I would like. So yeah, I guess like yeah, the thing is, I know people they don't like. Oh, it doesn't. They're not all Greek. Well, it doesn't. That doesn't matter. It doesn't fucking matter. They're all good actors and actresses. That's the point, is that they're good. And yeah, having like I know people like actually Elliot Page, let's say that he did really good in it. My only issue with him was he when they're leaving, there's a little kid playing his character. Um and then you see Elliot Page. Elliot Page, he looks young, but he is not. You can tell that's a 30-year-old man. That's not a teenager. I'm just saying that it's a little distracting, especially because the boy they had playing young what was it, Sinan. They had young Sinan was like really fat. So yeah, it was just kind of a weird. It just like it was probably the same height as Elliot Page too, because that's a tiny dude. But yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, weird, just some weird stuff there. Nothing too bad. Hi, buddy. What else? I'm just trying to think of anything else before I end this. Hello. You're like Argus, the dog. I know. No, I think it was just a good movie. Good movie. Good at. like I say, not the perfect adaptation like I think people want. I think there is room for a more a I don't know if the hyper historical one would work though, because like I know the Bronze Age armor is cool, but like I feel like if you go that way, you would almost want to do it more even less mythologically if you want it really to be Bronze Agey. Or maybe you could do both. I don't know. It's a very Roman actually interpretation where it makes the I will say that it's very like the death of Troy was like the end of the civilized world, which is kind of like an Aeneid thing, which was kind of interesting. I was expecting to see Aeneas at one point during the sacking of Troy, just because it's very does not make the Mycenaean Greeks look very good, which is a very Roman thing, since they claim to be descendants of Troy, which I thought he was going to do something with. I thought we were going to see Aeneas, but it's a weird the Aeneid anyway. It's a weird fan fiction, but that's a different time. We'll see if someone ever makes an Aeneid movie. That'd be weird, where they make eat pizza. But yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and end it here. I recommend it. If you can still see it in IMAX, go do that. If not, get a good ass soundbar. Crank that shit up to as high as it goes when they get into the cave. And yeah, just Odyssey on and go play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, the greatest game of all time. We're about 2 years away from the 10-year anniversary of Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I'm expecting a full remake. But yeah, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, 10 out of 10 game, and that's how I'm ending the show. Adios. Have a delicious rest of your day.